And scared to death, my heart pounding in my chest. I almost made the old sea walk.
It's Sunday, January 18th, and you're tuned into the People's Patriot Project. We got your 6 and 6. Right now, you're listening to WeP3 Radio, proudly produced in a partnership with Reads Across America Radio. Together we share a mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and to teach future generations the value of freedom bought and paid for by the brave men and women of our communities and our country. Stay tuned for We Got Your 6 and 6, now playing on WeP3 Radio. To The Last Shots Fired by Scotty Hasty, featuring Lee Brice and Dolly Parton.
Sweet Mother Mary, I'm so tired, but I can't come home till the last shot's fired. I'm in the fields of Vietnam, the mountains of Afghanistan, and I'm still waiting, hoping, praying I did not die in vain. Left your left, hey. Left right, your left. You got it!
Trucker.
Doctors, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 and 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
To put your skill set, your thoughts, and ideas, or want to help continue the mission, you have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the WeP3 team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it!
Trucker.
Hey, good evening. It's Andrea Eichmann here with the People's Patriot Project. I am here with Mark and Frank tonight, as always, and we, excuse me, are going to share a guest and we're going to share an artist tonight and all the good and sometimes not so good things happening in our world. Though we're leaving politics out of it, kids. We live in Minnesota. We're not talking politics today. This week, though, our guest will have some amazing things to share. We've got Frankie Perez. He'll have some music and some stories to share. I'm sure also he's going to tell us about the awesome weather he's living in right now. Then we have Crystal Cochran. She's doing all the things. This includes 22 Too Many, Stop Soldier Suicide, also helping run other local boots on the ground organizations like the Jackson County Veterans Organizations. And I'm going to let her share all these cool, big things that they've been doing and that she's been charging up out there in North Carolina. Let me first thank the support of our amazing sponsors. We have got Catch 22 with Derek Iozio. Catch 22 is a peer support group, and it's not just a group, it is groups. They are out there. They're here for you. We're all here for you, and they want to do anything they can to help, especially include you in that group. We also have got Operation Texas Strong with Bobby and Peggy Krutzinger. And one of my favorite lines, you guys, from Bobby, what they do is they collect used RVs. People donate these, sometimes very modest and sometimes amazingly brand new, beautiful, big RVs. And then Bobby and Peggy and the Operation Texas Strong folks put those together, give them to homeless vets down there in Texas. One of my favorite lines, Bobby called one day and he's like, Andrea, I don't even know what to do. It just done blowed up in front of my face today. And I was like, tell me what happened. And it was, I love it. I love it. I'm going to put a link out there for Operation Texas Strong. Thanks again, you guys, for being there for us. There are others and we will get to those. But right now we want to thank our sponsors, our guests, all of our listeners. By the way, if you're listening in, don't be afraid to shout out your name, give a shout out to a guest. Or one of us, if that's what you'd like to do. And then give us a like or a love or a high five or maybe hugs. I love all the emojis out there. But we are going to listen and please would like you to join us for this amazing version of the Star Spangled Banner with Dave Bray, USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take the time to stand if you are capable of standing. Out of honor and respect, please remove your covers and prepare yourself how you need to show your greatest gratitude for the amazing freedoms and liberties we have achieved under one of the most powerful symbols in the world. Please cast your attention as we respect our old glory.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say just that star-spangled banner gave way for the land of the free. And the home of the
Patriot Pride.
It's time. It's time for We Got Your 6 at 6.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Engine. Here we go, man. High octane. It is January 18th, and we are here for We Got Your 6 at 6. Andrea had to dip out. We'll miss her. She's working behind the scenes. We appreciate all the things that she does, but we've got an amazing panel tonight. Frank, I got to tease you a little bit. It looks like we got, like the back in the old days when they're in the coffin and they put the coins on the eyes, and looks like Doc Holliday got you, buddy.
I just want them to put the string over here so I can ring the bell.
Ring the bells, let everyone know you're live. All right. Well, Frank's being a trooper, and he's joining us tonight. A little under the weather, but we appreciate you. Thank you. And we'll do all the things. But we got, it says Franco, but I do have permission. We have Frankie Perez, who, like Andrea says, probably going to rub in the fact that he's down in Puerto Rico and current temp in Minnesota.
He's wearing a T-shirt.
Is that what's he got on now? What's your T-shirt there, Frankie?
Was that Mark?
What's your T-shirt say?
Oh, it's
He's in a T-shirt.
Guitars for Vets, our program.
Guitars for Vets.
Yeah.
Frankie's coming in representing, but he's in. Frank, we got Frank and we got Frankie. This is how fast I am. It just came to me. Mr. DeMith has commented that you're wearing a T-shirt, and we don't get to do that where we're at. It will be a negative 13 tomorrow here in Minnesota. Andrew was giving us the update. He said that should feel something along a negative 32 wind chill. Pretty excited for it, but it is. We got amazing Miss Crystal Cochran here, who does all the stuff. I have no doubt in my mind tonight is going to be an impactful conversation. I can tell you right now, just to give you a little levity, two of us on the panel right now has lost someone in their life due to the demons after not coming all the way home. One of us in this space tried to get there. So that will probably be a little tiny part of the conversation tonight and how we can grow and build and come away from that. Not full, but come away. And so, but the first thing we have to do is we are constantly boots on the ground. Right now, everyone that's listening and watching, and I know there's some messages I need to get in there and put up here because we got some of Mr. Perez's fam down in Puerto Rico chiming in. But we got to get to work first, folks. This is our job. We are here for this reason, and we're going to listen to Mr. Bastian, our spokesperson for the People's Patriot Project. This is Check Your Six.
At the People's Patriot Project, our mission is more than just words. It's a call to action. Each of us bears the vital responsibility to check your six. We begin this important journey with a moment of self-assessment. Ask yourself, are you truly mission ready? If the answer is no, don't wait in silence. Reach out. Use your skills. Lean into your resources and connect with your network. Whether you turn to a trusted friend, a supportive organization, or dial 988, remember, you must be battle ready to stand strong for the mission ahead. Once you feel equipped, take that next step. Reach out to 6 people in your circle. Check in on them. No agenda, no judgment, just genuine connection. This is how we build strength, shield one another, and serve our communities with pride. Together, we reaffirm our commitment. We got this. Patriot Pride.
Grab your phone, put in the comments, just checking on you, just thinking about you. You're on my mind. Copy, paste into 6 different conversations of someone in your network, and let's make this. If you're not doing it, you're part of the problem. I'm going to tell you right now. You get ugly, you get nasty with me, but the conversations we hear is, hey, why didn't I reach out one more time? Why didn't they reach out to me one more time? Why didn't I get a chance to say I love you one more time? See, it's all in your hands. All of this is in your hands, folks. That doesn't mean you're going to catch everything. That doesn't mean we're going to be there for everything and everyone. But it takes the excuses off the table, folks. Check your six. That was Bastian, and Bastian is part of our new WP3 team. We've got a whole slew of characters that we'll be bringing up and show. We're not making light of it. We just needed not to be the face of it, but we got the WP3 team ready to roll, rock and roll, and take care of all those that are in need. We have every need. Every need is going to be taken care of. We got this. Patriot Pride. Crystal Cochran. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. We're good. Tell us who you are and tell us what your mission is.
Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of my story so you understand my mission. I'm a Gold Star spouse. I lost my husband to suicide in 2016. He was active duty Air Force. He was part of the 820th Red Horse Squadron at Nellis Air Force Base. He had a tour to Iraq, two tours to Afghanistan, was getting ready to go on a tour to Iraq in February, and he had been on a humanitarian mission to the Dominican Republic. He suffered for a little while. At the time, I really didn't know what was going on. And in Afghanistan, he had 3 friends that were in the Army National Guard that were stationed with him in Guam, and they got blown up. And after that, he started having issues. We left Guam and went to Las Vegas, and it was a huge change for him. And he went to his command, told him he was having issues. They sent him to the doctor. He went there, and I don't know, a lot of people don't know a lot about mental health, but they do screenings. And he had a PHQ-9 score of 25. The highest you can go in a federal system is 26. When that happens, their command should be contacted. Do not arm, do not deploy, and automatic psychiatric evaluation or involuntary commitment. And none of that happened. So fast forward to December, and he had been what I thought going for help, but they had been doing phone calls with him for self and voice recognition phone calls, upping his medication on phone calls and things like that. So fast forward to December 24th, he killed himself in front of me. And so therefore I had to have the full treatment for PTSD myself. But after the fact, when I was able to get his medical records and see what was done and what was not done, it's made me able to help veterans that need help, because there are certain things that should be done and those things are not always done. And I also want to point out, we say 22 a day, but I can tell you, after my husband passed away and I did the research and memorized the federal laws for veterans and active duty like the back of my hand, if you are an active duty veteran and you commit suicide and you are not receiving mental health care, they do not count those deaths. So we have a lot more than 22 a day. I'm not sure exactly how many more, but I know it's more, because there were two people that attempted suicide and went through with it, and one who attempted suicide and lived. So I think it's important for us to be mindful that there's a lot more than 22 veterans a day. So my goal in life, and to keep his memory alive, is to make sure these veterans get the health care that they need and deserve. And even though bad things happen, there are always blessings. And being able to get his medical records was a huge blessing, because it was right there in black and white what I needed to be able to help people. So my mission is to keep people alive, to be there for people, to let people know that there are resources everywhere. We have 22 too many. We have Equinox Ranch here, which houses 12 combat veterans for sessions. They lose their phones, they camp, they fish, they hike. They have group meetings and individual meetings, and their meeting room is in memory of my husband. But there are so many things to help veterans and their families. Sometimes when things are like this are going on in their lives, they don't know where to turn. Because I can tell you, when it was happening in my life, I was running off adrenaline just to get home from work every day to make sure that my household was okay. So I think it's important for us to be mindful of our veterans, of our active duty, of our first responders. I know what I saw, and what I saw is not a drop in the hat to what most of these people have seen. And there are so many resources to help these people. One of my favorite resources, my friend Justin Miller, he came up with an app called Objective Zero. And you go online, download the app, and it pops up. And there'll be a map of the whole United States on there. And you'll have a pin where people are all across the United States. And you can hit where you are or somewhere else. And they're ex-military, chaplains, first responders, firemen, something like that, are all the ambassadors. But you can click on somebody and you can video chat with them, or you can message with them 24 hours a day. And I think that's a great resource. 22 Too Many has lots of resources. They not only have resources for family, but they also keep the veterans' memories alive. And I think that's very important, because sometimes I think, even as a Gold Star wife, sometimes they don't treat suicide deaths the same as they do other deaths, which I don't think is fair because it is a direct result of war and service. And I don't care how they died, whether they were blown up or whether they killed themselves, it was still part of serving this country. And I think that's a huge thing that we all need to remember. They still served their country with honor, no matter how they went out of here. And 22 too many, like I will get, somebody ran the Air Force Marathon, and they run the marathons and the races, and they have their pictures on the back of people that have died by suicide and PTSD, but they always send these to the families. So this one was the Wright-Patterson Air Force Marathon. And then they will send you a card, like a personalized card, just saying that they ran the marathon and when they finished and that they carried your loved one on their back. And I think that's really important to remember families of people lost in service, because when you're going through that and your whole life is turned upside down, it's like your world stops, but everybody else keeps going. And so not only do they help veterans, but they never forget the ones lost, and they don't forget their families either. And I think that's very important, because it's a lonely world when you just wake up one day and your spouse is gone and your life is turned upside down. So I appreciate them for that.
Well, and we appreciate you for sharing the message, because it's the families also that are, I mean, let's be honest, they didn't sign up. You didn't sign up for the mission. Your husband signed up for the mission, but you were there in support and continue to keep the mission alive because of who you are and what you are, and the willingness to continue. And you are greatly appreciated in that. Lots of comments coming through, Mr. Cook sharing, Gold Star mothers don't get treated equal at times, and it's messed up. Yeah, there's a whole nother conversation. There's a loss is a loss, and that's a terrible thing to even, the fact that we're even having these conversations. And I do know that there are some Gold Star families that don't view the suicide families as the Gold Star. We also know that there's some people that have gone out there and they've created a new organization or a new nuance to it, and it's called the Green Star families, and that's families that's of people that have committed suicide. I'm not the one to sit here and say what the right answer is, the wrong answer is. That's for each person to carry for them own, in my opinion. That's my opinion. We're also in here to support Crystal Cochran and what she's doing in the world, and no one has had to sit in front, and you've dealt into a space that not many people, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. And I don't ever make the statement, sorry for your loss. I do make the statement with you. My heart, my person is with you, Crystal, through that. I can't fathom what you're going through. I have zero expectations of what you went through in that. I know it was a loss, and it was a tragedy, and we are with you. And so thank you for continuing that mission.
Thank you. And I want to say one more thing. You know, people going through PTSD, when your mind is not, when you're fighting with your mind, it's a hard place to be. I've been there. But the thing is, if you put the work in and you want to make things better, you can. I've done it myself. But it takes work. And it's not going to be handed to you on a silver platter, and it's hard. But if you got the fight, you got to get up and do it, because your life depends on it, and you will get your life back. you know, there were times that I felt guilty for even smiling, but it gave me my life back. It helped me be a mom for my son. So I think the biggest thing that I would say to veterans or anybody suffering is take the time for yourself to put in the work. Because when you, for me personally, and I know this is a little graphic, but when I would lay my head down to sleep at night, all I could hear was the sound of my husband's brain splattering on the front of my house. So when you can do the work and you can lay down and not have that thought in your head and you can smile again, I hope that is encouraging for somebody, because it can be done. I'm not saying everything will get better. There are still struggles, but there are resources to help people.
You're an absolute blessing, dear. Frankie.
Thank you.
You got to go next, buddy. Sorry. Frankie Perez, tell us who you are and tell us what your mission is, brother. Are we losing Frankie?
Hey, Frank, can you hear me?
He does look frozen up there. You with us, brother? Can you hear it? Frank, speak to him.
Hey, Frank, can you hear me? Nope.
All right. I will give him a quick message and we will get him to leave the broadcast and come back in. Are you catching us, brother? There he goes. Well, here's the deal. Frankie's got some songs coming up, but there is also a song that I thought pre-show that this would be fitting for this evening. And so we're going to listen to our good brother, Mr. Scotty Hastings, and How Do You Choose? And this is Scotty Hastings. I think we're going to get to work. No, I'm having the technical difficulty. There we go. This is not how I like the show to run, just for the record, folks. This is Scotty Hastings. How do you choose?
Rolling down the window, too scared to get out. How do you say goodbye to someone you thought you couldn't live without? My mind is racing with memories of who he was and how good everything used to be. Damn, it could have been me. How do you choose who comes back home? Who goes under an old gravestone? I'm just asking cause it makes no sense to me. Is it something that takes a little time? Does it even cross your mind? Or is this the my mind as I see the words they wrote after he left us behind. Now I'm on my knees. How do you choose who comes back home? Who goes under an old gravestone? I'm just asking 'cause it makes no sense to me. Is it something that takes a little time? Does it even cross your mind? Or is this the way that it has to be? Tell me, God, did I win? Why am I here? He's there with you. How do you choose who stays here? Who goes home? I'll never understand feeling this alone. How do you choose who comes back home? Who goes under an old gravestone? I'm just asking 'cause it makes no sense to me. Is it something that takes a little time? Does it even cross your mind? Or is this the way that it has to be? Tell me, God, did I win or lose? Why am I here? He's there with you. How do you choose? God, tell me, how do you choose?
That is our good friend Scotty Hastings. How do you choose? Fitting to our conversation tonight, fitting for the conversation of life. Giving homage to his friend. Scotty was a combat wounded vet from Afghanistan, shot 10 times, and is now creating a career in Nashville. A blessing. The song that introed our show tonight through EP3 Radio was one of his songs as well. And so just, Frankie, good to have you back, brother.
I'm back.
That Puerto Rico connection, man. You guys, it's like getting over the sea still kind of with you guys. So we'll get it all worked out. Tell us who you are and tell us about your mission, brother.
Greetings, everybody. Good evening. My name is Frankie Perez. I'm a combat veteran from Iraq. I start my service a few months prior to 9/11 and been around different missions through my 15 years of military career as an infantryman. I was in a dark path when I returned from Iraq and in 2006. So in 2008, I tried to commit suicide and I spent over 30 hours intubated at the VA. After that, I have to reinvent the wheel, right, in my life because I was lost. I was fighting demons that I didn't know I have within me. And then I start participating in different nonprofit organizations since probably 2014. And thanks to all that, today I'm blessed enough to be the coordinator for Guitars for Vets here in Puerto Rico since 2021. And we've been doing an excellent job trying to bring happiness and try to bring coping skills and try to bring a healthy community among the veterans that are living currently in Puerto Rico. So I'm very honored to carry that uh, for my fellow veterans here in Puerto Rico and in the United States. I'm a father of 4 boys, 1 daughter. Um, happy married and have 2 dogs. So I'm a hillbilly. I'm a jibaro, what it's called here. How you say it, Mark? Jibaro.
Hilado.
There you go. Um, but yeah, going with what Crystal was saying earlier, uh, the veteran community has been misunderstood big time when it comes to talk about mental health and when it comes to talk about suicide. Uh, and I'm saying it because I live it. I lived through that, and it's not what happened to you; it's what you do after what happens to you, right? And I think that's when most people breaks because we don't know where to go, who to trust, and I think that's one of the main concerns when we came back from combat. Because one thing it's being a soldier, and another thing it's being a combat veteran that has lived through hell. And that trust issue get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we came back and we don't have the right coping skill. We don't have the proper community that allow us to ventilate our traumas or our survival guilt. And that's how we ended up in that road, dark spot. And I can say, man, people like to judge the veteran community, but they don't know what we've been through. And like Crystal says, oh, we need more support. We need more support for our family members because yes, 22, it's not the number. It's not the number. But let's go with 22. Let's go with 22 a day. It's 8,030 lives per year. Veterans only. And we're talking about over 8,000 families that got stroke, got hit by this madness of suicide. Over 8,000 families per year in our country struggling with the loss of their beloved soldiers, veterans. Is that fair for a community? No, it's not. What are we doing? What are you doing? That's the question. Because they're gone. But the ones who stay are the ones who suffered the loss, especially if they're kids, you know. And hey, I have 4 boys, 1 daughter, and I have to do something with my life. I have hit rock bottom. I got to the lowest point in a human being life, which is try to commit suicide. You know how messed up that is to your kids? So I have to do something. I have to, first of all, not blame anybody because it's on me. And hey, being able to do whatever it takes to become a better father, a better husband, a better friend, a better veteran, not only for me, but if I get well, everybody around me will be happier, safer, and we can enjoy life way more. And that's my point. It's like we all have thoughts, crazy thoughts, like, hey, I will commit suicide. That's one thing. But when you develop a plan, you need to look for help immediately. Immediately. So yeah, when it comes to suicide subjects, it breaks my heart, man.
Absolute blessings. And again, that conversation, there's people out like get on fire about the number. And I'll be honest, this is my take. The number's not important.
No.
Because one is too flippin' many.
Yeah.
The problem that we also have occurred is we've got so many people that believe they've got the plan, believe they have the idea, believe that they've got the cure. And now we've created 86,000 organizations across the country that says they're helping veterans and first responders. And they're reaching into the bag of resources, which 86,000 people are sharing a very tiny number of dollar amounts. And money's not going to fix all this stuff, folks. I'm going to tell you that right now as well. It's building relationships that is going to fix this. It is having some with itness and be able to have the toughest and the hardest of all conversations. Being real. Hey, what you're doing is hurting and harming yourself. I know you think you're battling through, but you know what? Maybe we can do another step.
And admit when you're not good. You know, when you're not good, you have to say to your buddies, hey, I'm not doing good. How you doing? I'm doing great. BS. You're not doing great. You know? So if you're not doing great inside and you know you're struggling, you need someone to say, hey, man, I need your help here because I'm broke. I'm about to do something stupid and I need your help. And another aspect is alcohol. We are medicated by, I don't know, when I try to commit suicide, I have 12 meds per day, dude. You know, I was a zombie. I wasn't happy. I wasn't sad. I wasn't living. 12 meds plus whiskey. When you combine that, it's brutal. You know, don't ask your friends to go out to the bar to talk about their problem. That's not the place for a veteran to be, man. It's not. Honestly, go do hiking, go do something in nature with music. You know, here in Puerto Rico, we do our 21 Guitar Salute concert every year at our Castle San Juan, Castillo San Cristobal, and we invite civilians, veterans from all eras, open, free for every single one, just to see veterans playing music with National Park Services, Red Cross supporters, and many other nonprofit. So if there's nothing on your space, develop it. We need that.
And I just wanted to say something about the medications. A lot of veterans will commit suicide when they're changing their medications because they put them on so many. And I think there comes a point where these medical providers need to be held accountable and they need to start listening to the veterans because they put them on so many medications. None of the medications are working, and then they self-medicate with the medications. But now they do have a cheek swab that you can use, that they can do on you to see what medications will work. But not only, you know, medications are fine if they work the way they're supposed to. But I think holding the medical providers accountable to bring them back in 30 days, have a face-to-face conversation with them and look them in the eye. Because when you sit with a veteran and you look in their eyes, you can tell a lot. Some of them will hide, but if you are a veteran or you are somebody that has been through PTSD, if you sit down and have a caring conversation with somebody, you can see things that they never have to tell you.
Exactly. I want to share this with you, Mark and Crystal and Frank. Back in 2018, I participated in an expedition called Walk of America for Prince Harry. And we walk alongside with British veterans that travel to the United States, and we walk from California to New York, and 1,000 miles. You can imagine, over 85 cities we crossed. But when we went to the Lincoln Trail, we met this Vietnam veteran. His name, I will always remember his name, Pete, Marine. And he went there with his family and all that, and start talking with me and Kev Carr, which is a British hillbilly. So we start talking to him, and the rest of the team, we're trying to, like, hey, we got to walk 20 miles, man. Frankie, let's go. Kev, let's go. And we told them to leave us behind with Pete. Pete walked 3 miles with us, all by herself, with his daughter driving the car behind us, and the rest of the team were far, far away from us. Months later, I received a letter saying that Pete, after that day, changed drastically. His behavior became more positive. It took only a couple miles to chat with a Vietnam vet that was really into a bad place for years. And I think that's what we need, man. Being human, being there, listen. Not always you need to talk. And that's what we need. We are fixers as a veterans, as a first responders. We are meant to fix things, right? Because that's the training. But when you're talking to someone that it's emotionally damaged by PTSD or any trauma, we got to close our lips and pay attention, because that's the detail that will allow us to help them even further more down the road.
It is 100%. And tonight's show is about Crystal Cochran and Frankie Perez. We always do this. We come back on Monday for the WP3 weekly debrief, and we share what the People's Patriot Project is doing. But when we have these panels and these conversations and having the real conversation, there is a factor that always comes out, and that is the investment of time and person. And if you are willing to give up some of your time, give up some of your person just to be present for other people, that is when we start saving lives. We've lost, and the math Frankie brought up was 8,000. We've lost 6,000 men and women a year for the last 24 years since 9/11. The number, do the math, do the data, is actually 17 to 76 per day. 76 people a day. We're not even taking into account the numbers of first responders. And a lot of times those first responders get mixed into the common folk. Also, suicide is a pandemic now. The levels of social and emotional disorders and the things that it's a pandemic. We are losing people because people aren't listening. And so here's the truth to the People's Patriot Project is, I don't care if you served, if you need help, reach out. That's our real mission. Now, yes, we're putting a beacon out there. We want to make sure the men and women that have served know there is a place. We are working on the collaborative piece. That's why we have Crystal come on. That's why we have Frankie come on. That's why we have a show every weekend where we bring another organization, another musician, and we go to events where my middle name on the show is Pause, so I can get a chance to put my paws on you, which is kind of weird. But at the same time, the joy. It breaks my heart right now to say that I know of an organization down in Texas has dismembered as of today. OPVET has dismembered. And I reached out to the leadership of that group and the former leadership of that group, and I said, hey, we are here with you. Take your break if you need it. What can we do to be with you, help you move to the next stage and the next phase? We do need to lessen the number of 86. I'm going to tell you that right now. With 86,000 organizations, our men and women are getting, it's muddied waters. We've got to hold people accountable. We've got to make sure that the resources are being used to hold people accountable. And also, why don't I stutter one more time? We have to make sure that we create the beacon, the opportunity, and the relationships to reach into everyone's lives and say, hey, knucklehead, we are here. Frankie, let's take a little break. What you got 2 songs lined up for us. Did you get a chance to hear Scotty's song? You were coming in.
Beautiful.
And out.
Of course. Lovely.
Amazing guy.
Solid.
Guy. But your stuff's amazing too. Frankie's doing covers for us tonight. But we're gonna get him to that space. Which one you want to go with first, Frankie?
Let Frank choose.
Oh. So, are you a Radiohead fan or a Johnny Cash fan, Frank?
Oh, Johnny Cash is always my favorite.
I knew that was going to happen. Frankie, do you want to do a little lead in why you chose Hurt?
Well, I have, like I said, I've been around the block quite long, and I think drugs addiction in our community, it's a huge thing as well, and we try to cover that, but it's a real deal. And I think this song cannot be more real than Johnny Cash just shared with us. It's simple, but it's so powerful. And the last 2 lines, it gets me mind blown, just thinking that if he would have that chance a million miles away, I will save myself, literally. So it's a song about the real deal that we live every day, and not necessarily with drugs. Drug can be alcohol, anything that destroy your life, but it hurts. It hurts you in your most deepest feelings, and the people around us suffer that, even if they don't know how to help. But I'll let you judge
Well,
that.
and the interesting thing about the song too is after Johnny Cash made the song, the leader of 9 Inch Nails came out and said, "This isn't any longer our song." He says, "This is Johnny Cash's song," because he realized the emotion and everything else that he poured into that song. It was just incredible.
Exactly. His soul was in that song. I mean, Johnny Cash was always singing from his heart and soul, but yep.
This is Frankie Perez, his rendition of Johnny Cash's Hurt.
I heard myself today. Seems I still feel. I focus on the pain. The only thing that's real. The needle. like to feel away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire earth, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I'm worthy from the thorn upon my liar's shell, full of broken thoughts. I cannot repay beneath the stains of time. The feeling disappears. You are someone else. I am still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. I am fire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. If I just start again, a million miles away, I will keep myself. I will find a way. I would find a way. Thank you.
That is Frankie Perez, Hurt.
It.
When is your event in Puerto Rico for the 21 guitars?
I usually prepare it with National Park Services after July 4th. So people can recover from July 4th. And 2 weeks, probably at the end or the middle of July. So you're more than welcome to travel to Puerto Rico and become part of this beautiful event. You can visit our Facebook page, Guitars for Vets Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and you will see picture videos. It's just a community event that we provide in San Juan.
You understand, and I'm making light here. I'm joking, but you're asking us to go to Puerto Rico in the middle of July, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Can we go
A
now?
little toasty.
Totally joking. At the same time, I mean, definitely want to be part of that event. I'm trying to pull up your Face Guitar for Vets.
Yeah.
And I don't.
San Juan, you got to put San Juan. Guitars for Vets, San Juan, Puerto Rico.
San Juan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we provide the services for the vet center for now. We're looking for more instructors, but it's a beautiful program. We provide 10 classes, 1 hour per week, and then we graduate our participants, our veterans, and we provide a brand new guitar for them so they can continue growing. And we open the space every month for a jamming session for those who wants to come back. And I think that's the beauty of this, because music, what's music? Music, it's energy, man, and it lasts forever. Since prior to languages, we do music as a human, as an entire human being. Music has been always part of us, and as a veteran, sometimes we click with certain songs that we used to listen when we were in combat or specific mission or specific training. And there you go.
Oh, looky there.
Yeah.
Something's going on tonight on your page. I know.
Yeah. There's plenty. I love to share a lot. Yeah, that's Regimiento Fijo. They do replicate Spanian army of the 1700, and they do their show, so it's pretty neat.
All right, go check them out, folks. Go check them out. Frank, are you in the mood to do the news?
That's what I'm here for, brother.
What you're here for? Getting the news done.
This little disease thing can't keep me down.
Is it considered a disease?
I don't know what it is, but it's a pain in the.
I mean, I'm not putting your business out there, so I don't want to. I don't want to.
Well, I've got vertigo. It's okay.
HIPAA violations. I don't know that counts as a disease.
It's something with the inner ear, and it's god awful. And I normally wish bad things about my second wife, but I wouldn't even wish this on her. Nobody deserves this. I mean, you get up and you fall down. You get up again and you puke. You can't see. You can't lift your head up. It's just terrible. I hate it. But I'm still here, and I'm going to do the news. So here we go.
Here we go.
All right. The first news item that we have for today, it seems like that peace-loving country that has decided to invade its neighbor, Ukraine, during peace talks, decided they would launch the largest aerial bombardment of Ukraine since the beginning of the war, over 4 years. They sent over 300 drones, 18 ballistic missiles, and 7 cruise missiles at 8 regions in Ukraine. And the Ukrainian president said this has been the largest air attack in the region since the war started. You got to remember, it's the middle of winter there, like us, and their temperature over the last 2 weeks was 10 degrees average. So now you have hundreds of thousands of people without electricity. So The U.S. has come out and said that this is inexplicable, and of course it is. And at some point in time, there's going to have to be a decision on what to do further in the Ukraine because well, there was one good thing. In retaliation, this came out after we decided on the story. There was an attack by Ukraine on the Russian-held areas of Ukraine that knocked out power for 100,000 people in that area. So there you go. The next story, let's shift over to Iran. Iran is struggling to maintain or keep in check the protests in their country. But what they haven't managed to not do is kill their own people. They've killed by record over 12,000 individuals in Iran who have protested the current ruler. The Iranian government has, for some part, gone into hiding, and President Trump has said that Iran has signaled that it wants to negotiate with Washington. Okay, well, that's kind of a funny way to show it, but there are no messages or looks that there will be a U.S. military intervention like there was in Venezuela. But one of the bigger problems that Iran has is during the wars or the 12-day war with Israel in June, U.S. airstrikes against nuclear facilities, there were several, dozens of military leaders, top military leaders, were killed and air defenses were nearly wiped out. And the missile stockpile went down markedly. So they're really under difficult times from the government standpoint in Iran right now. And it looks like that without a huge military incursion on the part of Iran, that the current leader, the Supreme Ayatollah, who's been there since 1989, may be facing a change. And we'll see what happens. The last story we have, I wanted to put this in because this is really a good news thing. A lot of people don't remember Mackenzie Scott, but she was the wife of Jeff Bezos. And when they got divorced, she received a huge amount of money. I mean, like half of his fortune. And what she has decided to do, and this is really good. There's groups that get funded by her that I don't really agree with what their mission is, but it doesn't matter because she's giving groups that she believes in huge amounts of money. The latest one was the Trevor Project, and it's known for its hotline for LGBTQ youth for reaching out to them or them having someone to reach out to. She gave them $45 million as a donation at the end of 2025. And the gift is the largest in the organization's history, but also a major boon because their management turmoil and layoffs, they've lost a significant amount of federal funding over the summer. So this is allowing them to stay functional and help those people who are having issues with a lot of different things. And I think that's a great thing. Lastly, we have our Can't Believe This Really Happened. So today's Can't Believe This Really Happened is kind of funny, but when you live in West by God, Virginia, it's not really a story. But in Pennsylvania, at the Pennsylvania Farm Show, they had a mullet contest. And there was some young person who decided to enter it. And I think he was 10 years old. He won the contest. And they have a picture of him in his Joe Dirt outfit. And I'll be darned, he doesn't look almost just like him. But like I said, out here in West Virginia, they could have a mullet contest on every block. It's just
I
not.
don't know that you're being very nice right now, Frank.
Well, this is the truth.
I want to know why the 10-year-old is wearing a Pabst Blue Ribbon shirt. That's what I want to know.
Joe Dirt. And I guarantee you, out that way, maybe he's already had a couple.
Yeah, maybe he has.
Heck, I'd wear a mullet too if I had any hair.
You probably begging for a mullet these days.
Well, I could get one of those fake mullets. Nobody know.
Well, I would know.
Aw. You don't come around here very much.
Crystal, what are you currently working on? What's your big focus right now?
Well, I'm the vice president of Jackson County Veterans Organization. So I work with a man named Tom Baker, who is the president, and he's a Vietnam War veteran. But we just kind of take calls as they come and help veterans as needed. And we're always doing something. When the hurricane hit North Carolina, I organized Operation Airdrop at the Jackson County Airport. I had some military friends tag me in a post on Facebook, and our airport was one of the only airports open, and they said, "Can you be at the airport in an hour? We've got supplies coming to your area." So that hour turned into 13 days, I think 430, 480 flights, and I want to say 300,000 pounds of supplies to Western North Carolina that were taken to the hardest hit areas. So that's been a continuous thing, helping people. And it was crazy, but the best experience of my life, being able to help my home state and be there for people. So whatever's thrown my way, I just work on it. When people are suffering, whether they're military, non-military, families that have lost kids, I get calls and I go out anytime they need me.
You are a blessing. Again, we run across this every single week. And you need to be noted as special, because even though we're on episode 288, that's only 288 people in the country that are, getting stuff done that we can bona fide and say, here's this. But you wear it on your sleeve. You are committed, and it's appreciated. Thank you for all the things you do.
Thank you. Compassion goes a long way in this world.
Well, the real conversation, you would have every right in your life to say, you know what? This has already done enough damage in my life. I'm done. Don't want to be part of it anymore. But you stuck your forks in it and said, you know what? I'm going to ride this bad boy until it's not. And there's no we tell people every weekend, there is no destination on this trip. There's no finish line, folks. Once we start, and I can't tell you how many times I'm in my moment right now, where I sit back and I go, I just need a break, because that's real. That is real. And there's a time where you meet your moment, and we got to, just like Bastian the Bison says, you got to take care of you. Bottom line, take care of you. You are no good for anybody else unless you take care of you first. Now, I don't think you need to be going to the Carlton Ritz every weekend and living high on the hog. I mean, if you have those means, do it. That's the other side of it. If you got it, get her done. But at the same time, I think there's a peace and growth in, I don't want to use the word suffering, but to roughen it a little bit. because I can honestly look and say every day of my life, there are people that have it worse than me, and there are people that have it better than me. And at the end of the day, my only goal is that the version of me tomorrow is better than the version of me today. And if I get to go through a little bit of struggle, that helps me realize I need to do a little bit more. I need to work for this. I mean, I've had it pretty easy, folks. I'm going to put that out there. I've had it pretty easy. Haven't had it that hard. The hardest thing I've done lately is scrape all the popcorn stuff off the ceilings of my roof of my house that I'm in now. And that was a struggle. That was a significant struggle. Not the kind of struggle Crystal's been through. Not the kind of struggle some of us are seeing daily. We had a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm leaking everywhere right now. We have a veteran in need here in Minnesota right now. And he is struggling because he wants the fix, but he doesn't want to go on the ride to get the fix. The fix, and we're not here to fix anybody because you could have taken that a whole different route. But the thing that's going to make him whole for the minute, he wants that. And he's constantly coming, but he wants to live with all the other things and do all the things that make him feel good and do all the things that doesn't necessarily hold him accountable. And this is sadly and unfortunately a time and place where the People's Patriot Project says, you know what? You haven't had to suffer enough yet, brother. And I don't want anyone to suffer. That's the truth. But if I give him the solution right now, he won't go through the hurt that Johnny Cash sings about. And you got to have that hurt to grow through sometimes. And that's frustrating. I like to save everybody because I'm that guy. I don't want, it's like looking at your children. You don't want your children to be sick. You don't want your children to go through it. You don't want them to stub their toe. You don't want them to cry. You don't want them to bleed. That's what I feel about my brothers and sisters that are in our network. I don't want them to deal with any of that. But if you reach out and throw them the life saver, the life vest every single time, even when they're standing in the muck of the if you stand behind the cow, you're going to stand in the poo, right? Quit standing behind the cow.
Yeah.
Quit standing
tough.
behind the cow.
Some days you step in it, some days you don't.
Well,
Yeah, but they don't poo as much as an elephant.
Frank's got an elephant story. Yep. He got to taste the herb of the that's not a bovine. What do you call it? Pachyderm. No, is pachyderm?
Yeah,
that's a camel. Pachyderm. What's a camel? Dromedary.
Dromedary.
Yeah, dromedarm. Yeah, something like that. Look how brilliant we are. We are some top zoological fixtures in the world of.
I'm just agreeing with you. I don't know what the heck it is.
You know what, Mark?
What up,
Going
brother?
with what you're saying, it's maybe I can translate a little bit in my perspective. It's not that we allow our beloved friends or brothers and sisters to suffer, but I would say that there's times in life that you have to go all by yourself through hell, and nobody it's going to be there. Either you go or you stay in the same shell trying to protecting yourself, but you're not protecting yourself, you're destroying yourself, and you gotta open your wings wide open. You gotta make that jump. You gotta cross. You gotta swim. You gotta do whatever you gotta do to feel better, because this is not about everybody else around you. It's about us, and it's not being selfish. It's the reality of a human being, because what does it mean helping others when I get back home and I get to my bed, to my seat, and I start crying because I feel like shit, because nobody helped the helper. because I'm not doing my legwork. I'm not reaching out to the people that cares about me. That's huge, man. It's not that we want our friends to suffer, but there's something that we have to learn on that path. And nobody can do it for us. It's each individual on their own situation, their own suffering, their own traumas. We have to face our demons. That's the only way they're going to go away. And if they don't go away, at least we live in peace with them. You know, like, hey, when my demons showed up from time to time, I treat them now different than 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Now I tell them, hey, sit down. You're not in control anymore, you know, to my PTSD. Stand down. Don't show up, Hulk. Don't show up, infantry guy. You should stay there. Let me deal with this, with my new coping skill, with my friends.
When you have the moments, Perez, who do you reach out to?
Ooh, I have plenty friends in the States and here in Puerto Rico that I constantly reach out. I was blessed enough to run the Mission Continues here in Puerto Rico immediately after Hurricane Maria strikes. So I was very busy helping the communities through this beautiful organization that allows me to create that network. But depending on my situation, it's the person that I reach out. You know, because not everybody it's ready to listen or to deal with you. So you gotta pick whether you go to talk to this person or the other. I'm the kind of person that I reach out to the people that went through that. And I'm going to share this with you. When I was in Iraq, we have our soldiers going through, you know, couples situation, marriages situation. And my staff sergeant said to me, hey, Frankie, hey, Perez, I need you to talk to this guy that it's going through certain situation with her wife. Back then, I wasn't married. My response to my sergeant was, I cannot do that. And he'd give me this look like, what the F you just said to me? He said, bro, I'm not married. You know what I'm going to tell this soldier? You know, I'm just 24 probably. I wasn't married, so I wasn't ready to have that conversation with a guy that it's digging the hole of marriages and going through hell. Send someone that it's married or at least divorced, you know. We gotta have the right people for the right situation. That's what I'm saying. You know?
I like it. Crystal. Well, Frankie, what are you guys working on right now?
Well, we're working on a few things, but mostly creating more areas for veterans so they can practice guitar. Guitars for Vets going through a lot of changes right now, and here we try to keep it simple. We try to keep it simple and effective, and just every year we try to bring more organization to this concert. I think this concert for the last 4 years has been an amazing asset for the community, and every year we have more. For example, last year we have the Jazz Foundation of America. They showed up and they played at the end of the concert. And when you balance the music with veterans that are newbies, with professionals, civilians that they don't know, that's the bonding. But most importantly, I think our focus is just that concert and supporting the veteran community in Puerto Rico, because it's very complex. The politics here and I try to stay away from that. And I think that put me in a really uncomfortable spot, because I don't allow anybody to get into our groups and just try to bring politics to the table. That I don't work like that. I think that there's a place for that, but the organizations that I run, I never support that. And sometimes that make things a little bit harder in order to get what we need to move on.
What is, well, we're kind of behind schedule. We're not behind schedule. We got out of sequence because of some connection issues. Not a huge deal. We can keep working through this. But we should be playing your second song, but we've already played one. So we have another sequence of questions in here. So the next sequence of question is, you already told us what you're working on now. What is the next big adventure for Crystal Cochran?
Every day is an adventure. So whatever comes my way, I'm ready to take it on. I never know whether it's a veteran suicide. I had 2 veterans that live in this county that their son committed suicide. So my job is to be there for them, check in with them, making sure they're getting what they need. It's not like I just go and help people and then forget them, because it's not, you just don't forget people that you know need you and need your advice, and sometimes just need to talk. So my work depends on what happens.
You're just on call all the time, ready to roll.
Yes. That, and I have a son that's getting ready to graduate engineering school in May, and we're working on that, and that's a big accomplishment.
You raised a dummy, is what you're saying. Yeah.
He's smarter than his mama.
What area of engineering is he going into?
Civil.
Okay.
And that's what Justin did in the Air Force.
Okay.
Red Horse is a civil engineering squadron. So I'm a proud mama, of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Has he got something lined up already, or is it?
He's working on jobs. He graduates the University of Alabama in May. So he doesn't have long, but he's working on a few things and had some interviews. So it's kind of up in the air now, but the biggest thing is graduation.
Is that in May?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and he's done. He's got it. He's going to rock and roll, man.
Yes.
Craziness. How far is he from you?
Alabama is about 5.5 hours.
Okay. Do you bake products for your son?
Do I bake stuff?
Yeah.
I like to bake cakes. I don't bake them much when he's not here, because then I eat them all myself.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know.
I'm a Southern cook.
Fair enough. I'm actually going through your Facebook page now and learning all the pieces here. And I'm seeing this fine young man in there, and you have every reason to be happy. Every reason to be happy.
Yes, he's pushed through and worked hard. Life is not easy with just a mom and just navigating life, but I always tried to teach him, just because bad things happen don't mean you can be a hoodlum. And
I bet you. Did you ever make him go cut the switch?
I drug out the belt once or twice. Not much. I think he learned after one time, but
you only got to do it once, right? That's the truth. Even my children, you only have to do it once, and then it's like, okay, I don't want any of that anymore. They're talking real stuff now. So no.
He's a 22-year-old, but he's a good kid, even if he is mine.
Well, I bet the apple didn't fall far from the tree, and so if he's half as compassionate as you are, he's a good one. So I thank you for all you've done, and we got another segment, but we'll get through Frankie here. And what's the next big part of the mission for Frankie and what you're getting done down in Puerto Rico, brother?
Stay healthy. During the Walk of America, when we reach out the 400 miles mark, I start bleeding on my urine. And they took me to the hospital in Virginia, to the VA hospital. And they said nothing wrong with me. That probably was a hematuria due to the excess of the walking. We walk 10 to 20 miles per day from Monday to Saturday. And it's brutal, but I knew it was something else. So I did the next 600 miles the best I could. I didn't quit at all, but I was very concerned. And that was on 2018. 2019, I did a expedition here in Puerto Rico called Expedition of Hope. And then in 2020, that year I met my wife in 2019. And I let her know what was going on with me and the bleeding and here, there. In 2020, November 2020, I was diagnosed with high-grade cancer on my bladder. And that changed everything in my life. So I was through really tough treatment for the next 3 years. And I've been 2 years cancer-free, thanks to all the people that helped me. But I think that's my main concern right now. It's my health, stay healthy, because if I'm not healthy, I cannot help it, my kids and my family and my friends. But yeah, that's what I'm standing right now. Like I said, I'm a hillbilly. I live in the mountains. We have 3 acres here, so there's plenty stuff to do. But continue expanding the music with veteran community. I think helps me to heal, keeps me busy in a very positive way, and things that I always share with people is how grateful I am. And even though through cancer, I was always grateful for the opportunity. And I said, look, God, universe, thank you for allowing me to see my kids. Thank you for allowing me this and that. I never complain, because that destroy your immune system and cancer will take over and game over, bro. That's it.
Well, keep it rolling. And if you're not feeling well, you got to reach out, right? You know that.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that during the show. You got to do that.
Yes.
All right. What's your last song, brother?
I choose from Radiohead, Creep. And I think most of the veteran can relate to this song, especially when we get deployed and we return and we probably met a new person or wife or girlfriends. I think it makes me feel too real, too close to the reality of the relationship sometimes.
Well, this is Frankie Perez with Radiohead's Creep.
One, two.
angel. Your scheme makes me cry. You flew like a feather in a beautiful world. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell I'm doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell I'm doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, oh. But that makes you happy. Whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell I'm doing here? I don't belong here. you very much.
That is Frankie Perez cover of "Creep." You grabbed every emotional aspect of that song there, brother. That's yeah, you watch some of these music origination shows, and they talk about the impact of the emotion in the storytelling, and I felt it in that one. I felt it in both of them tonight. You do a really good job, but these are both very emotional, heart-touching songs as well. But you do a great job with that, and so we appreciate that.
Thank you, Mark. That's the least I could do if we have to connect with others, we have to do it from the bottom of our heart and soul. And when we play an instrument, people immediately connect with your emotions and what you try to transmit. And that's what I've been doing since I'm 12 years old as a little young musician. And everybody that was deployed with me through the different 3 deployments for combat, they know I'll always carry my guitar. And actually, I got to play in Saudi Arabia. I told you, and it's a treasure for me being able to be in the middle of nowhere and just bring my guitar and make somebody happy just with a few songs. It's a true blessing. So thank you.
Well, you definitely blessed us tonight with your renditions of those 2 amazing songs. Well, we've come to the point. We've explored. We've had some real conversation. There's kind of a plan put into play. There's thoughts. There's ideas. We're at the point where we break out with our final thoughts. What was the moment of growth? What was your aha moment? What do you want the world to know? If there's one phrase, sentence, or concept you want the world to know, what would that be? We normally let Frank start this thing off, and with out of tradition, we're just going to let her go, and we'll go clockwise all the way around. If Frank's awake.
Yeah, I'm awake. Whippersnapper. Well, tonight has been a challenge for me, and I won't be the first one to admit it, but I come to these shows partly for my own benefit, mostly because I like sharing things with others. But today I got a lot from our 2 guests, and I just want to say thank you so much that you bring your position and your constant determination and attention to things that most people wouldn't bring up or think of. And I think that's just a great building block to move on. And if more people would look at what they can do for others and not just simply what they can do for themselves, it would be a much better world. And I just thank God that both of our guests are part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Miss Cochran.
I think the biggest thing that I would say is there is help for people. You may have to go through a few resources to get it, but don't give up. Don't lay in your bed and wallow in your sorrow when there's people out there willing to help you, but you have to want it for yourself as bad as they want it for you. And just be kind, be compassionate to people, and take time to sincerely listen to people and just give the world what you would expect somebody to give you if you were going through that situation. And I did want to mention something else I am doing. I forgot. In May, Stop Soldier Suicide has 100 miles in May for veteran suicide. And you can go on their website and sign up. You can walk, you can run, you can skip, you can ride a bike, as long as you're outside, as long as you do 100 miles. And you can go on their website and sign up and clock your miles. They'll send you a t-shirt, but it's kind of a freeing experience. I know when I was going through my PTSD treatment, just getting out and walking helped me so much, just to clear my head, just to get outside and just kind of leave the noise behind. So if anybody's interested in that, go on to Stop Soldier Suicide and sign up. It's a great thing.
Awesome.
And the website is up. So go fill that out, be part of it, be part of the mission. That's something we always encourage. And like we're a different organization, only in the fact that we promote everyone else's stuff. It's essential in the mission and what we do. And so again, get out there and check out stopsoldiersuicide.org and go do the 100 mile with them. Frankie, final thoughts, brother.
Final thought, man. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Allows time to do the process, but you gotta stand still and remember always why you started. Remember always why you started. When you start breaking down, falling apart, call that buddy. Say, look, buddy, man, I'm falling apart. I need to walk. I need to go out. I need to breathe. But be kind to yourself. Don't destroy. Don't have those demons. Allow those demons to destroy the life you wanted to reach. I remember in 2016 when I participate in a program, STP program in Bay Pines, Florida, for 8 weeks. They gave us a coin when you finish the program that says, be the change you wanted to see in the world. And I think that's a huge, huge line. Also, I encourage you, if you are into reading, I highly, highly recommend this book. I'm going to share it with you. Please take the time to read the reviews of this book. It changed my life in many ways. It makes me a better father, a better person, and allows me to see things in a little bit more stoic mentality. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and don't forget why you started. Reach out for help.
Show us that book one more time, Frankie.
Yes, sir. It's called the Daily Stoic Journal.
There we go. I missed the journal part. This gets broken down into podcasts, and it's hard for our podcast listeners to know that what we're talking about when we just show visuals. And so you're going to check into the Daily Stoic Journal, like Frankie had said.
Thank you for everything, the opportunity. Like I said, you're more than welcome to travel to Puerto Rico anytime and have a nice piña colada at the beach. Mm-hmm. And Crystal, you're more than welcome to one of our 21 Guitar Salute concert. We would love to have your organization here. Mark, Frank, and Andrea as well.
I would love that.
Of course.
Miss Matos, you've been commenting throughout the show. We appreciate you being here, dear. Thank you for your great comments and your thoughts and your ideas. We're here every Sunday at 1800 Central Standard Time. I do want to also let Frankie and Ms. Cochran you guys are welcome here all the time. You can come, you can be a part of the panel, you can be part of the conversations, you can join, and we'll get you that if that's something you're interested in being part of. It is building a community. That's what we're doing. We're building a culture. We're building a network. There is some amazing, crazy, exciting stuff that we have on the horizon, and it sucks. I really always hate that cliffhanger when other people do that to me, but we meet weekly with an automation and a group that was working in some technology that believes in what we're doing and what's going to get done. And it is a party that everyone's going to be welcome to and invited to. So keep watching, keep checking out the People's Patriot Project. We also go by WeP3, so there's any confusion. We are called We the People, kind of like the Constitution. We the People, the People's Patriot Project. I wanted, when we were building and designing the People's Patriot Project, I wanted to make sure that the people that are common living every single day understand that you are part of this mission. 90% of our country does not strap on the boots of service. Literally 10% gave you all the freedoms, the liberties that you complain about. You bitch and moan and complain about because you don't have enough or have, and I get it. There's some stuff out there. This is where we have to teeter the little toe line of crossing into political conversations and stuff like that. But you are part of the answer. You're the voice. You're the motion. You can carry the load for these men and women that gave you the right to say what you want to say, to do what you want to do, to be what you want to be. All those things happen. It didn't come free. And no, I'm sorry, regardless of how many taxes you pay, those taxes didn't pay for it either. Sorry, it didn't. Lives, blood, limbs. People have lost family members. This is where I get aggressive and nasty, folks, because y'all get to lay your big fat heads on the pillows of freedom daily.
Yep.
And not even question, how did I get this? And you know what? The size of that pillow and the condition of that pillow falls on you. Okay? Wherever that pillow lies, that fell on you. But you still have a pillow, right? I get it. Some people may not have a pillow. So, I mean, we got to work through those pieces too. But again, thank you for being on here tonight. I felt the passion the entire time. I know and that there is a committed effort to actually do something on both your parts, and we appreciate that. Thank you for the WeP3 team to help put this together. Thank you for Andrea and Frank for helping produce the show and get it done. It doesn't happen without you guys.
Yes.
Keep it rolling, folks. You have to check your six. That's checking you. Check your heart, your mind, your soul. If you're not ready, we get it. Reach out. But when you are ready, let's go get our brothers and sisters. Make sure we can get them all the way home, not part of the way home. If you guys got time to hang for a little bit of post-show collaboration, we're going to run – we don't have credits, but we're going to run the final slot, and we appreciate everyone. Hey, check your six, Patriot Pride. We'll see you when the smoke clears. Patriot Pride.